Hello there, literary lovelies. Welcome back to my humble home. How are you all today? I have had a wonderful week buried in my study, translating the hidden texts, once written in other worlds, more recently rediscovered in my very own library. The poem I have chosen for you today is a love poem about love that fails and love that is born from difficult times. It is also a poem about war, families, and the relationship between wolves and vampires. Who the wolves and the vampires are, and what happens, you can only learn by joining me. So, gather up your comfiest cushions, draw your curtains closed, put your feet up and enjoy. The Werewolf and the Vampire. "Be gone from me," her true mate told Ayanna. "Far from our lands. Take your foul self away. You're a rogue now, and no one will protect you. We'll kill anyone who dares let you stay. The goddess mocked me when she gave you to me. You are a wineskin, torn, broken, empty, offering nothing. I'll have a fertile mate, loyal and loving, to bear pups for me." Ayanna wept, her soul aflame within her. She burned to answer, defend, and protest. But Cullen had gagged her before he dragged her, to cast her off, while watched by all the rest of the pack she'd called home and family. Now, her hands were bound, so she could not shift form and challenge as a wolf. She'd have died, of course, but at least there'd have been peace in the storm. She longed to die, to find peace in forgetting. But Cullen forbade her to perish swiftly. He wanted her to suffer for what she'd done, as if she'd wished to lose their sweet baby. Her heart froze in her chest at Cullen's next words. "The vampires have agreed. They will take you as a slave. If you work and are obedient, you may survive months before they drain you." Ayanna looked in horror at her lover. Tomorrow, her name day made her 20. She'd known Cullen, her mate, when she turned 18, and he'd sworn to love her eternally. He'd been kind and sweet to his precious princess. Mating her, he'd become chief of the clan. But now he'd given her to their enemies. Another wolf would hold his gentle hands. She raised her eyes to her mother and father. Surely, she thought, they'll take pity on me. But though her father scowled and mother trembled, they looked away from Cullen's cruelty. She looked around, eyes beseeching her people. They watched as the guards tore her clothes away, leaving her in only her cotton chemise, and they dragged her hurt, struggling, away. An hour later, raw and bleeding from harsh bites, Ayanna knelt, trembling, in the snow. She was blindfolded and gagged, her wrists still bound, as if there was somewhere that she could go. If she broke free, she was in vampire land now. If their Prince Zane did not come to get her, then one of the others would surely send her, and yearning for wolf blood would soon drain her. Perhaps that would be best. She had no desire to kneel and bow before their enemy. "I've fought them many times, and I have triumphed. Now I'm helpless. What will they do to me?" As if in answer, she heard footsteps coming, swift, and even over new fallen snow. Ayanna trembled, wondering what approached. She lifted her chin, determined to go to death bravely. She expected to feel fangs. Instead, a gentle hand caressed her cheek. It was cool, but not otherwise unpleasant. A gesture made to someone you would seek to comfort. Soon, that same hand removed the gag. Ayanna gasped. She tried to sound meek, sweet, and beaten when she begged him, "Remove my bonds. And blindfold. Let me meet death on my feet." There was a silence. She sensed he was thinking. Then the black cloth on her eyes fell away. The vampire was handsome, browned as if by sun. He said, "Princess, your old life ends today. Then let me go out of it as someone free. That is the one kindness I ask of you. I will not complain if you kill or drain me, but be kinder than those who came for you." She stiffened when a knife came free from his belt, but the blade cut the rope with a soft hiss. "I don't know if vampires pray to the moon, still, but may the goddess bless your line for this," she told the vampire, forcing her chin up high, her shoulders back, though her legs were trembling. "I'm Zane," he said, and his soft voice surprised her. "How is it the wolves cast such precious things into the laps of those they've always hated?" Ayanna snorted. "I'm precious no more. You're fairer than starglow, shining on new snow. Such beauty I have never seen before. How is it Cullen rejects what is priceless?" Tears stung Ayanna's eyes. "Do not mock me." "I do not mock," Zane said. "Why are you here now?" "Because I lost mine, and Cullen's baby. And he decided that it had been my fault. That one loss meant there never would be life. He sent me here to die, and took a younger, to bear his pups and to stand as his wife." Anger flashed in Zane's eyes, although he hid it. "It seems that some fools walk upon four paws. Now you are mine. You will live in my household. You will share its bread, abide by its laws. If you do these things, you will find me kinder than those of your blood who cast you away. Work hard, and maybe I'll have coin to give you. Save that, and freedom might be yours one day. I thought you meant to torture me and kill me," they said. "What did they say?" "One of your kin was found injured on our land some years ago. The others did not help. The son killed him." "Indeed," Zane said. "He was my younger brother. Then why do you not seek to spill my blood? I need the crimson fluid in me to live. But that does not mean I would see a flood. Swallow the earth. You'd have been a babe in arms. When your kin left young, Avon to the light, them I'd willingly hold to account, but you do not deserve to suffer for their spite. I have 3 daughters left without a mother. If you can prove yourself as trustworthy, likewise, refusing to spill blood without sense, I may set you to watch them all for me. Their mother waned from a sickness just last year. They need a kind voice, one with gentle eyes. Not a mother, but one with mother's kindness. I believe I see that warmth in your eyes." He paused. "Now, will you come, or do I need to use a rope and halter upon you?" "I'll follow you." He seemed surprised. "Why not?" "It is not like I've somewhere to go back to." She tried to go, but her bare feet were crimson. Upon the second step, she hissed and fell, curling on herself, expecting kicking feet. The vampire bent and picked her up himself. "They bound you, so you could not shift. As a wolf, you'd barely have noticed the snow and chill. At my castle are fires enough for all. Hold on until then, and my servants will wrap cloths around your feet and bind injuries. If you allow, drops of my blood on you will heal the bites and gouges on your shoulders. Don't worry, watered it cannot turn you. So, a princess of wolves and a prince of vampires." arrived at Irison Castle that night. Zane carried Ayanna to a fine guest room. The servants, he called, clucked over her plight. Ayanna wondered if any of them knew. She'd battled against them in days of war. If they did, why did they treat her so kindly? When Zane entered by accident and saw the scars on her back, where Cullen had whipped her, he growled an oath that made Ayanna gasp. He saw her fear and touched her shoulder gently. If you wish to read Cullen's epitaph for what he did, you have only to tell me. A man who does such things in hate is cruel, but he's a cur, not blood of the noble wolves. Doing this to one he should have loved. You. Ayanna expected to be put to work the next morning, but Zane told her to stay in bed longer until she had found her strength. The bites in her flesh were all washed away by the mixture of water and blood he used himself, wiping ruined shoulders with care. On the fourth day, he took her to a chamber. 3 pretty little girls were playing there. The youngest was a toddler, peaches and cream. She had Zane's blue eyes and pale, curling hair. The middle child had hair as black as midnight, and eyes as brown as the earth's deepest layer. The eldest must have been 12. Her hair was red, her eyes the color of a new-made bruise. "My darlings," Zane called. "Attend me a minute. I've brought a new friend here to play with you." The girls gathered around. The eldest girl held the youngest in her arms. She sniffed and said, "You are a wolf." "I am." "Then why are you here?" "To see you safe to rise and safe to bed. To talk to you if you desire to talk. To laugh when you laugh, cry when you are sad, and keep you safe." "And why would you do such things?" "To see you grow as kindly as your dad." The elder girl did not smile, but she nodded. "I'm Rena. This is Cora and Marie. Our mother was Ayanna." Ayanna froze. "Your mama," she said, "shared her name with me." "You're Ayanna too." "Yes, but call me Anna, if the other is too painful for you." I did not come to compete with her memory. Only, I hope, to be of use to you. Cora, the youngest, woke and seeing her there, stretched out her little arms to Ayanna. Ayanna took her, without hesitating. This time, Rena smiled, a curve as lovely as the morning star. So, Ayanna became Anna, the nursemaid. At least, that's what the servants told each other. But those who saw them together would swear that the wolf had become the girl's second mother. Indeed, she soon left her initial bedroom for one much finer, right next to the girls'. Indeed, between Zane's chamber and his daughter's. So she'd be near if they should call for her. And when a figure crept into the girl's room, armed with a dagger, on one blazing day, it was Anna who heard the noise and answered. Out of Cullen's cold grasp, knocking away the weapon carved of wood, she turned instantly. He too, but before he could start the fight, she howled. The girls woke and ran for Zane, screaming. Anna closed the door to prevent the light from harming them, then threw herself at Cullen. He was larger, but young Anna was wild. Cullen should have known better than to ever mess with a mama protecting her child. By the time Zane's human servants peeked inside, Cullen was laid, unmoving on the floor. Carry him to the border. He will not wake, and will not harm Zane's children anymore. Then she collapsed, for Cullen had torn her throat. Zane, feeling her distress, roared in fury. "My children love you as a mother. I too Nod once if you'll become a thing like me. When Anna woke, she was Ayanna once more. Not a servant. Instead, a vampire's bride. And mother to his kin. Once rejected, now she had a home and no more cause to hide. Subscribe to become a delicious darling. Goodness! A wolf-vampire hybrid. That would be a beautiful and terrible thing. What would you do if you met such a being? Type the word wolf in the comments, then tell me. Once you have done so, please click like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to become an official delicious darling. This evening I am going to Grimm, a planet where many of the people resemble characters in Grimm's fairy tales. It is a dangerous place, but a wonderful source of inspiration for stories. Until I see you again, remember that you are worth more than what others think. Always value those who love you, give kindness wherever you can, and sleep well, my delicious darlings.